You better not disappoint me, feller.
Well, hello there everybody and welcome to Wonders GTA Gaming. Now I know it's been a while since I've covered anything Red Dead wise in terms of guide videos or anything like that, but I did say, if Red Dead gets a decent enough update, then I will cover stuff that, in Red Dead. And here it is. I do love the new Call to Arms survival mode, and for the first week this is released, so up until next Tuesday, essentially this is paying out triple, so you can earn 3 gold every time you complete this, and it takes about an hour doing this solo. Much easier with friends, but if you want to try this solo, it takes an hour and there's about a 50-minute cooldown, so you can earn 3 gold bars roughly every 2 hours from doing this. Obviously you can leave your trader table running and all that good stuff as well, and your moonshine, so you can really make the most of your time and make that nice and efficient. So I'm going to show you all the tips and tricks you need to complete Blackwater today. If you want to see me try and solo a different location in Call to Arms, let me know in the comments, and the one that gets the most comments is the one that I'll attempt next to make a guide video out of. But from the ones I've tried, Blackwater is definitely the easiest. I've done this 3 times already, but I'm going to be showing footage from the first run that I did, the first recorded run. So yeah, I'm going to talk you through it, tell you what you need and everything. So yeah, you can do this nice and easy, okay? No sweat at all doing this, so yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk prep real quick then. What you're going to want to bring is a pistol, a revolver, your sniper rifle and a repeater. The reason why I say a pistol and a revolver is because each one has its own independent slots for 10 explosive rounds, where if you brought 2 pistols they have to share the same explosive rounds. Same with revolvers, so if you bring 1 of each you've got 10 explosive rounds in each. Explosive rounds are not 100% necessary, but for dealing with the armoured guys in the later waves, very much helps. Yeah, you can kill them in like 3 shots with your explosive rounds from your pistols rather than hammering away. Yeah, so it really does help, and you'll see why later on. It will make sense further down the line. Also make sure that you got some moonshine and preferably some minty big game to get yourself a nice gold health core as well. That always helps. And just make sure that you've got full ammo on all your guns. So check your lockbox, make sure that you've claimed all your ammo. So you've got like 400 or 200 of each, depending on what perks you've got in terms of ammo. Just trying to be thorough here, cover all the bases, okay? Once you've got all that stuff, let's get into Wave 1. All you have to do is go to your pamphlets and choose Call to Arms in the Telegram section of your documents in the satchel, and to follow the steps in the guide today you are going to want to choose Blackwater, the one at the top. Okay, so as we load in, we do get the preparation stage, which lasts 5 minutes. You can skip that. I wouldn't recommend skipping it right away. Walk up to any of the followers, get one to follow you, and walk into the tallest roof, which is in the northeast of Blackwater. You access that by the ladder at the back alleyway. Take him to that roof, as you can see in the video, and tell him to stay there. Once you've walked to that location, he will stay there anyway. The first 3 waves are extremely easy. The enemies are weak with bad aim, so you don't want to be on that roof for the first 3 waves because it'll take a long time. So as soon as you're done taking him up there, come back down, find a horse, and get ready to start Wave 1 by choosing the skip. So here we are then at Wave 1. I'm going to consolidate Wave 1, 2 and 3 and just show you some clips from that as we go. No special information's needed apart from just use regular ammo. Don't waste your good ammo, save that for later. Just ride up and down, shooting the guys. No special info needed. Pretty by the numbers. There's no snipers for this, no war wagons, no armoured guys, so just ride up and down. Their aim is pretty bad as well. They usually go down in 1 or 2 shots. The later enemies get tougher, so we'll kind of just have a quick look at this highlight reel as I talk along, and basically prepare for Wave 4 when things start getting a little tougher. Okie dokie, let's switch over then to Wave 4. So as the countdown timer for the prep of Wave 4 begins, get yourself back to that lovely roof in the northeast of Blackwater where you left the follower before, and the main area of interest is these crates. Now let me just take a moment to explain. As long as you are crouched behind these crates on this side, you cannot be shot by anything on the ground, the roof opposite. There's no sniper angle that can get you either. The only time you can be shot is when you're actually looking out of cover to shoot yourself. So if you ever get low of health, duck behind, use a health tonic, all good. The only way up to that roof is the ladder in which we came up. So as long as you keep that ladder guarded, you keep your eye on that, nothing can get you. That is lovely. Now, enemies do tend to congregate on the roof opposite. I think wave 4 is where the snipers show up, but I'll show you a little tip for dealing with them as we go along too. Obviously the enemies still aren't too tough on this, so you can snipe from the rooftop. You don't need to stay in cover too much for wave 4, but you know, just get yourself in cover if you're in trouble. And wave 4 should be a breeze as well. Okay, so I'll show a few clips of that. I'll show a few clips of people trying to get up the ladder, little bits and bobs just to show you what will happen while you're up here. And this will be essentially the template for every future wave, but with just a couple of little variations for different things that happen. Okay, so here we are then at wave 5, and wave 5 essentially is still generic enemies. I know I said before that snipers appear in wave 4. They don't. They do actually appear in wave 6, so don't worry about snipers just yet. There's no armoured guys yet, no war wagons yet. You will occasionally see some guys coming in on boats. You can shoot them if you like, it's all good, but bearing in mind they do have to dock and get on land. They still can't shoot you from the cover. Just showing a few clips. Now, an interesting piece of information, and I'll bring this up now, is from the guy coming up on the first ladder at ground level in the alleyway. It takes roughly 40 seconds for him to be able to fully climb the ladder up to your position. So you have plenty of notice from him appearing on your minimap to getting onto the first set of roofs, and then climbing up to the ladder is about 40 seconds. Okay, so I'll show a little bit of footage, just mopping up the guys as we go along, just shooting them fairly by the numbers again. Not too much stress. If you get in trouble, like I say, just get behind the crates and use one of your tonics or whatnot. Now, something that is really odd that I found out while doing this video is that apart from the final wave where you do have to finish everything off, if the number of enemies goes to 4 or below for around 2 minutes at the end, the wave just ends. So unless you do want to come down off the roof and deal with the enemies that are dotted about and got themselves in cover, then don't come down, just wait it out and the wave will end. I did notice as well when I did this on live stream at one point the other day, essentially an enemy got trapped in a building, so that's probably what it's for the countdown thing. So yeah, just bear that in mind. If you're down to 4 enemies or less and you're not on the final wave and they're not coming to you, you can just wait it out. You don't have to go down and deal with them, put yourself at risk, okay? Just thought I'd let you know that. There's plenty of good action in this anyway to show off, so yeah, there we go. Let's move on to wave number 6. So into wave 6 then, we have more of the same. The only difference is, in this wave, snipers are now all over the place, so be careful about popping out for too long from behind cover. Just be careful of that. And I'm just going to show you a quick clip of how to spot the snipers nice and easy, take pot shots at them. Okay, so what you want to do is when you've got a spare moment, when there's not really a lot going on, because on this roof it can take the enemies a while to get to you, open up your minimap and see if there's any red dots right off in the distance somewhere, and put a waypoint down. Now that gives you a good indication of where the sniper is. And in this case it's unlucky that I actually fluffed the shot and didn't manage to kill him, but there's numerous times throughout this, especially in the later waves, where that trick works an absolute charm. So yeah, it's more of the same. Just beware of the snipers, and yeah, there's still no heavily armoured guys yet, or the war wagons. That's in the next wave, which we will go to right now. So here we are then in wave 7. In this wave we encounter the heavily armoured guy for the first time and the war wagon for the first time. But bearing in mind, the war wagon can't shoot you, so only deal with it if you've got time. In this wave, in all the footage, I don't even deal with a war wagon. I did notice a few times war wagons driving away. If they don't see any action for a few minutes, they just drive away. Yeah, and also if the wave ends on that like 2-minute timer as well, they all just drive away. So only deal with them if you have to, but obviously in later footage I will show you how to very efficiently deal with the war wagon. Now I have mentioned the heavily armoured guy because if you're not expecting him in this wave and future waves, could catch you off guard. Now what I'm going to give you the advice of doing with this is, if he comes up the ladder at you, which is a possibility, he did that in another playthrough of mine, use your explosive rounds. You'll see him coming because his dot's a little bit bigger than the others on the minimap. You'll see him coming. He also has a red dot above his health bar as well. So just, you know, he does actually have a health bar, so make sure you can see him coming. Get your explosive rounds ready on your pistol. He takes about 3 shots. If he goes to the roof opposite, don't use your explosive rounds, because in future waves, in wave 10 especially, there's like 5 that appear all at the same time. Now, in my playthrough, only 1 came up the ladder, the others stayed on the other side. But if all of them come up the ladder at you, you're going to need all that explosive ammo. So make sure you hold on to that, and just deal with the guy across the way, kind of managing your time between the ladder and the armoured guy. This is basically training for wave 8, 9 and 10, just how to deal with the armoured guy. I know I've said armoured guy a lot, but just going to show you some footage of that as we're going along. And yeah, obviously use the map trick for the snipers. There's a lot of enemies here. Just keep waiting for them to come to you. Don't put yourself in danger. Obviously it is a solo run. If you go down, you are out. There's no revives from teammates or anything like that, so you don't want to lose your progress. You want them sweet 3 gold bars, okay? So yeah, yeah, just keep on keeping on, okay? And let's move on to wave number 8. Here's wave 8 then, and starts off with a lovely 68 enemies to take out in this wave. Right from the beginning, a war wagon pulled up on the other side of the building behind the cover, and as you can see, is unable to shoot me in any way, shape or form. I had enemies coming my way, so I decided to deal with them. No rush. If the war wagon can't shoot you, it can't shoot you. Simple as that. Obviously there is more snipers, more heavily armoured guys, yeah, more of everything that there was in wave 7, and that is now the trend. It's just more of the same going on, but as each wave goes on now, there's more war wagons. I think there's 4 or 5 in the final wave, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. I believe there's 2 or 3 armoured guys in this, so I'd recommend having either your pistol or your revolver stacked with explosive ammo, just in case one of them decides to come up the ladder. You never know. It does seem a bit random when they appear, so I'm just giving you that information there. When you finally get the chance to deal with a war wagon, just equip your sniper rifle. Make sure you're relatively in cover, and basically just take a shot at the guy who's manning the gun. That's it. You don't need to blow the wagon up, you don't need to do anything. Just shoot the guy who's manning the gun. 1 headshot, you can take out the entire wagon. It'll just drive away. Simple as that. Yeah, so you don't need dynamite to take them out. I've seen a few people on the forums saying you need dynamite, blah blah blah. You don't. Just snipe the guy on the turret. That's it. So yeah, more of the same. Manage your time. Keep one of your pistols or revolvers stacked with explosive ammo in case one of them heavy guys comes up the ladder, or 2 of them do. If not, keep managing your time between the ladder, the roof across the way, the snipers, and deal with the war wagons just when you get a chance, okay? So yeah, just enjoy a little bit of footage of all that mayhem going down, and we'll move on to wave 9. Wave 9 is upon us then. We are almost done with this, but obviously wave 9 is a chance to put everything into practice that you've learned already. You got loads of generic guys, you got a load of armoured guys, load of war wagons, snipers pretty much all the way around the perimeter as well. It's all about managing your time, keeping that ladder clear, for Blackwater of course. Yeah, and as we go along, I'll just show you a few key clips of how to deal with each situation as it arises. So let's have a look at Exhibit A. So in this instance, I'm actually distracted by 2 armoured guys on the other roof. Don't quite notice the other armoured guy coming up the ladder. You notice his dot on the minimap's a touch bigger than the other ones. Managed to switch to the explosive rounds and deal with him, and clear up that situation on the ladder nice and swiftly, and get back down to business. As you can see, a couple more guys followed him up and dealt with that, okay? Moving on to Exhibit B then, the war wagon has pulled up again behind the building. Slightly different spot. I thought by shooting out that dynamite barrel that essentially that I'd deal with the war wagon. Missed the first shot, second sniper shot, dealt with that, no issue. Okay, just deal with them when you get the chance is the key bit of information, okay? And last but not least, we have Exhibit C, dealing with snipers. As you can see, I've got a moment on the roof, nobody's around. Check the minimap and I've spotted a guy up to the top left of the area there, just in front of the building to my west, and decided just to take a cheeky pot shot at him, see if I could take him out. It's the best way to deal with them snipers, just deal with them bit by bit when you get the chance, and there you go. As you can see, we've just done 3 key scenarios there. hopefully you'll be able to deal with the same yourself. Let's wrap this up then with a little bit of action footage and move on to wave number 10. So here we are then, we've made it to wave 10, and this is going to be an absolute test of your abilities using everything that we've just learned, all the previous footage and all the previous guide things that we've been talking about are going to need to be used, every element of it, because you will get everything thrown at you here. There will be armoured guys coming up the ladder, numerous armoured guys on the other roof, war wagons, snipers everywhere. You know the drill by now, but I'm just saying to you. So what we'll do is just watch bits of footage and everything like that in between key bits, which I'll narrate as well as we go along. It's really epic wave 10. It is the best bit of the actual mode, just to have everything thrown at you. It is bedlam, even when you can control and bottleneck everything into one little area. But this is a guide, not me critiquing. So yeah, okay, let's have a little look at some of these key bits of footage then. And once again, while slightly distracted by numerous armoured guys on the other roof, we've got an exact repeat of what happened in wave 9. Armoured guy tries to sneak up the ladder, but this time I saw him on the minimap, plenty of notice. I had the explosive rounds ready to just blast him. I'd been using my pistols, so yeah, the explosive rounds were already loaded in the repeater, ready to go for this exact moment, okay? And this section here is just the pure definition of that time management that I've been talking about. As you can see, as nothing's coming up the ladder, I'm just taking cheeky pot shots at the heavy guys across on the other roof. Just keep an eye, making sure nothing's coming up that ladder, nothing's coming up for a while. Just taking sniper shots, saving that explosive ammo just in case I need it later. And as you can see, just whittling the health down on these guys. Yeah, so you just keep going along, whittling them down. That guy over there, he don't want to poke his head out. Bit of moonshine just to stay nice and peppy. Deal with a couple of them snipers just to keep them on the toes and keep me from worrying about getting headshotted. Yeah, nicely done. So let's move on to another nice little section of footage, okay? So I've managed to secure a quiet moment on the roof after dealing with most of the enemies, and just a little cheeky one shot on the war wagon there just to deal with it, regular sniper ammo. Okay, and just to finish up, I do have one more quick clip before we round this up, okay? Okay, so the final quick clip of this video, just to show a little bit of flair. I did spot a guy, a sniper, on the minimap, way off in the distance. And at the minute I can only see him on the minimap. I can't see him behind that tree at all. I decided to take a pot shot, and would you know it, it was actually where he was. So I managed to get the kill on him. Okay, good-o. So after waiting a few minutes, nothing happened. I was kind of hoping the wave would end. It didn't. For the final wave, you do have to finish everything off. And obviously things weren't appearing on the minimap, so it was just war wagons, which you need a visual on to actually get the icon on the minimap. So here's me just finishing off them 2 war wagons, and that's it. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this footage. As you can see, that is a solo completion of Blackwater survival, call to arms, whatever you want to call it. If you've made it this far in the video, now's a great time to subscribe. I will be covering Red Dead intermittently, along with other games as well. I do play The Isle, Jurassic World Evolution 2 when it's released. I'll be covering that quite extensively. Like I say, I will be doing odd bits and bobs of Red Dead. If you want to see another one of these in a different location, the call to arms, whatever guides, then just let me know in the comments down below. You know, subscribe to catch the video as well. Yeah, that's all I've got to say for this video. Thank you for watching this far. Yeah, all the best, everybody. I'll catch you all very, very soon. Let me know what you think down below. All the best, everybody. Have a great day. 3 gold payout all this week. Let's go. Bye-bye.